Hi everybody, DUGROZ here with DUGROZ Reports. Today is Tuesday, June the 17th, at least the date I'm recording this, and you know what that means. The brand new refurbished Chase Sapphire Reserve was released today, or at least the information about it was released today. And everybody and their brother is commenting on it, and I figure if they can all do it, why can't I do it too? So right now you're going to hear my unscripted, unfiltered reaction to the CSR changes. Before I dive in though, on this channel I talk about finding epic value, including but not limited to credit card rewards for the average American. If that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel, please click the like button, and let's dive in. I'm not going to bother reading the website to you. You've probably heard of it by now. For the most part, the rumors were correct. The new and refurbished Chase Sapphire Reserve is exactly what we thought it would be. Well, not exactly. There's a couple things that were either surprises or more like clarifications. One of those was that the new benefits for existing cardholders won't actually kick in until late October. I think the 26th or 27th, somewhere around there. Bear with me, folks. I'm driving in the car, so I'm literally doing all of this from memory. And that means the annual fee for existing cardholders won't change until then as well. Now, in my case, the annual fee posts sometime during the summer. It's either later this month or in the month of July. One of the two. I don't remember which. So I get to test drive it, I guess you'd say, with the old annual fee, and from October until next summer, see what it's like, see if I like it. And then the other thing that was a pleasant surprise was confirmation that the $300 travel credit will remain. Now that helps a lot. That takes a big step in the right direction. So, in terms of breaking down thoughts overall, we've got a new annual fee of $800. I know it's $795, but I'm just going to say $800 because it makes the math way easier. And the authorized user fee is going from $75 up to, or excuse me, going from $95 up to $175. Is that right? It's going to be around $175. I might just say $200 for the sake of rounding and easy math. So we've got a $200 card. We've got a we've got a $200 off user, we've got an $800 card. So in the case of my family, with a family of 4, if we want full lounge access for my wife and kids, we have to get one authorized user card. So $1,000 is the annual fee for us, rounded to the nearest $25. Woo, boy, $1,000, that's a lot. Then you've got your broad travel offset, which is, you know, since it is an actual credit, I'll give that full value. So $700 on the net. So after that, it's all coupons. So you're prepaying for coupons, and the question is, can you reasonably rate those coupons and then apply how much you're going to use them to overcome that $700? And then I would argue that even if you can overcome it, you have to overcome it by quite a lot, because if all you did was break even, well, then just go out and buy the benefits. I mean, if I had knocked on your door and said, hi, I'm going to sell you $1,000 worth of coupons. Oh, great. How much are you selling that for? $1,000. You'd be kind of dumb to take me up on that offer. Just keep your $1,000 and buy the things you need to buy. Unless it's for charity or raising money for your kid's football team or something like that. So yeah, we got to get, in my judgment, at least $1,500 worth of value in order to make that reasonably worthwhile. So where does that leave us? Well, I'm going to think through some of these credits. The Edit by Chase, dumb name, but basically their luxury equivalent of Amex's fine hotels and resorts. $250 per semester. Don't love that being broken down per semester. And from what I'm hearing, other people reacting and poking around, combined with what I would just expect, these are pretty luxurious properties. So yeah, you're probably not going to... Oh, and you have to book a minimum of 2 nights. You're probably not going to get 2 nights for $250. So I don't think this is any kind of even close to break-even proposition. That really doesn't suit my travel style at all. It feels like diamond-studded handcuffs there. So, yeah, that I don't like that. Nope, don't like it. Another thing that was kind of a surprise, although it was kind of confirmed a couple days ago, was the portal, the 1.5x modifier in the portal is going away after October, and it's going to be 1x on everything in the portal, other than when you have these special deals, then you'll get 2x. But the rumors and the poking around is kind of suggesting the only thing that's going to get 2x is the fancier stuff. And even in their brochures and whatnot, it talks about the, for example, if you fly Singapore Airlines business class through the portal, 2x. Well, things like business class and first class, we're all booking directly with the transfer partner anyway, so that's kind of pointless. I think your economy flight on Delta from Des Moines, Iowa to New Orleans, Louisiana, you can kiss that goodbye for 1.5x. That is a shame, because although I didn't use it a lot, it was always sort of there as like a plan B or plan C for me. I guess that's not going to be an option anymore after October. Or something like between now and October, I get whichever one's better. I don't remember. But eventually it's going away, so that's a huge bummer. Let's see, you've got some Apple Music credits, and I don't know what I would value that at. I guess something, but, I don't currently have a subscription to Apple TV, so I'm having to change my behavior. And anytime you're changing your behavior for the sake of a credit, it's not great. There is some sort of dining program, Tables by Chase or whatever. Those are all going to be super fancy, pinky in the air, ooh la la restaurants that I never eat at anyway. And anytime I've had a dining program, the whole Des Moines area, there's like 10 to choose from. It's not like I live in Chicago or Louisiana. Excuse me, that came out wrong. It's not like I live in Chicago or New York or something like that. So, I don't know how I got Louisiana, I guess, my example of flight. So yeah, that's not even a thing for me. StubHub, I might use that for half value. What else is there? Oh, you do get platinum status with IHG. I guess that's kind of compelling. There's some stuff that happens when you spend $75,000. I ain't spending $75,000, so I'm not even going to bother considering that. You still have your good insurances. You still have the Lounge Network by Chase. There's got to be at least one other credit I'm missing out on. Well, they say DoorDash, but that was already a credit. They say Lyft, but that was already a credit. So I feel like, I would be pushing it to get up to $1,000 of credits, and there's no way I would value what I'm going to use anywhere close to $1,500. There's probably one or two I'm forgetting, and you would say, I've been watching DUGROZ reports for a while, and even though he forgot it, there's no way he would value it at that much. So yeah, I think it's sucks for me. It's not going to be something I keep around after my next renewal. So the one this summer, yes, because I get the lower annual fee, but after that, no. So where do I pin my hopes and dreams? Well, eventually I'm going to be applying for a Marriott personal card, and hopefully a year after that I'll be product changing it to the Ritz-Carlton card. However, there's no guarantee the Ritz card will stick around forever. I think it's still worth pursuing, but I'm going to cross my fingers and sure hope the Ritz-Carlton card sticks around, because I really like the insurances that come with it. Might have to take a harder look at the Venture X. It's really not sounding so bad anymore. I was bummed out when I found that authorized users are going to have to pay $125 a year, and guests aren't going to be free without that. So I guess a way I've kind of started thinking about it is like this. So my two boys, they're twins if you don't know, are currently 16 years old. So they'll be turning 18 in less than 2 years. They won't be getting the minor pricing for lounge access much longer. And I think once they turn 18, each visit, based on the Venture X, is $45. So if I'm going to be doing it more than 3 or more times a year, I should just get them their own authorized user card. And it's actually my oldest card. It's from the year 2000. From the year 2000. So maybe I should do that anyway, just for their credit history. It'd be pretty fun to have a credit card that's older than you are. But anyway, regardless, so I could think of it like $125 times 3, wife and 2 kids, to get the lounge access unlimited for authorized users. If we think about the Venture X card this way, you know, for the primary card holder, the card pretty much pays for itself. Lots of nuance about opportunity cost. It's a coupon, not a credit, and I get all that. But just for the sake of argument, let's say for the primary card holder, it pays for itself and the lounge access for that person. So basically, for 3 people, $375, unlimited lounge access to both the Venture lounges, the Venture X Capital One lounges, and Priority Pass. Not too shabby, really. So maybe I downgrade my CSR to a CSP in the long run. Hope that the Ritz-Carlton pans out, and if not, I'm hanging all my hopes and dreams on the Venture X. Or maybe I do the Venture X thing anyway. I got to do a little bit of thinking. I'm wondering if I should just start buying travel insurance, and really, without the CSR or the Ritz, all I need is basically the emergency medical and the emergency evacuation. I don't need, like, you know, the baggage, lost baggage, baggage delay, the trip delay, because that would come on the Venture X or any sort of, you know, even the CSP. So that's something I need to think about and look into more. For an intermittent traveler like me, traveling 5 to 7 times a year, I just don't see the new revised CSR being any kind of fit, even with the ways I've used it in the past. And then the CSR Business also launched, and that was kind of a, you know, not very exciting. It's the same as the new CSR, but, you know, only 1x on dining, and you get a credit on, like, Google business ownership and Indeed or some weird thing like that, you know, is no good unless you're actually running a very large business where you're recruiting people. So, oh, and the authorized users don't get lounge access on the business CSR. So what I'm hoping is I can I've canceled my IHG business card. More on that. I'm going to wait about a month and then see if they'll let me apply for the business CSR before I get my Marriott personal card. I'm hoping that since the business CSR is new, I can at least hit the sign-up bonus. Did they even say what the sign-up bonus is? Maybe they did and I missed it. Well, I'm about at the end of my driving here, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Put your comments down below and let me know what you're going to do and what you think I should do. And as always, may your spending be frugal and may your points be plenteous. Thanks.